Joplin homeowners could save thousands on home repairs thanks to a Joplin homeowner rehabilitation program. I'm Melissa Alexis, and I'll have the details coming up.
Plus, the public attends the estate sale of a Carthage founding family, and storm-damaged Quapaw announces a delayed start date for the school year.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
The city of Joplin is relaunching the homeowner rehabilitation program. This is KOAM News at 6. I'm Dow Quick. It's part of a plan for continuing their community revitalization efforts. KOAM's Melissa Alexis has more.
Home repairs can be expensive for homeowners. The Joplin Rehabilitation Program will help homeowners in specific Joplin neighborhoods with these costs.
Anytime you're able to put a new roof or new siding and windows on a home, it's going to extend the life of that home. It'll increase the housing stock.
Availability of funds will be on a first-come, first-served basis.
So if you have a need, it's best to get your application in so that they can start working on assessing your home and doing inspections.
The program mainly helps with exterior repairs, not exceeding $25,000 per home.
HVAC, roof, siding, and windows, and we're still taking applications for that.
They'll base approval on home location and an inspection of the home.
To make sure the homeowners are in the four approved census tracts, and then we'll be going out and doing the inspections and assessing the needs.
This program was made possible through a partnership with the City of Joplin and the Economic Security Corporation of Southwest Area. Reporting in Joplin, Melissa Alexis, KOAM News.
The goal of the program is to increase property value and reduce code enforcement problems in Joplin. The Neosho School District is mourning after learning the woman killed in a Newton County crash yesterday was a longtime staff member. Authorities have identified the victim as Autumn Qualls, a librarian for the Neosho School District. Qualls was stopped for a school bus when a pickup struck the rear of her car. Qualls had worked in the school district for almost 20 years, including as a librarian for Neosho Middle School. A news release from the district today expresses condolences to family and friends and says additional support from the district's counseling team will be available at Neosho Middle School. Let's check in with Chief Meteorologist Doug Heddy now for a first look at the weather.
Yeah, Dow, all week long we've had fantastic temperatures across the region, 80s every day, but I guess the two main big stories and weather-wise is going to be our temperatures warm up with humidity and some rain chances as we head into the weekend. Now, we are going to get some clouds tomorrow. If we can get enough clouds, we may stick at 88, 89, but most of us 90, 91 degrees. Extreme heat stays just to our south and to our west. Let's go into Saturday. A little cooler central Missouri due to scattered showers and thunderstorms, and then 90 points westward, or 90s, once you get from Joplin out toward Wichita and Oklahoma City. So yes, temperatures are going to start to heat up a bit as we go through the next few days. Outside right now, we look great, sitting into lower 80s. You can see across the board, lower 80s again today. Clouds kept our temps down just a bit. We'll slide back through the 70s, 60s, lower 60s again later on tonight. Plus, we'll talk about those rain chances for you here in just a bit.
See you soon. Some pieces of Carthage history were on sale today. The descendants of some of the founding members of the city held an estate sale at Carthage's Memorial Hall. The items belong to the Phelps family, which founded the historic Phelps Country House. The family's current generation says it's time to move on from some of their possessions.
We're on about every church committee, city committee, school board. My mom was on school board, I think, when I was in 3rd grade till well after I was married. Education is very extremely important to them, as well as boards. They were both Board of Regents at Missouri Southern.
The sale continues tomorrow from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. Quapaw Public Schools announced a date for the start of the school year. The Oklahoma community suffered storm damage over the weekend, including to the roof of its elementary school. Cleanup and construction crews have been working this week to get facilities open safely. The city says its plan should have the school season ready to go on September 3rd for all grades. Fair season rolls on with the Lamar Free Fair in Barton County, Missouri. We're going to take you there live in just a bit. But up next, as the price of gold hits record highs, one area jewelry store warns not all that glitters is in fact that precious metal. Price of gold hit an all-time record this week, so yeah, that precious metal is more precious than ever. But a Pittsburgh jewelry store hopes to warn customers about a scam involving fake gold that's growing in popularity. KOAM Samantha Walker has more on what this scam looks like.
I kind of thought it would be a hit and miss type of thing and move on, but it's been fairly consistent.
Chad Como, owner of Como Jewelry, frequently helps appraise customer jewelry at his Pittsburgh store. But recently he's had dozens of customers come in with gold jewelry that's not what it seems.
Unfortunately, we spot it as it walks through the door, because typically people have it in their hand, and the closer they get, the more we realize exactly what it is that they're bringing in. What they thought to be gold, to find out that it's actually gold-plated, inexpensive product from Asia.
He says customers have come in with the exact same story. They're approached in a parking lot at a truck stop or a store by someone in a vehicle with out-of-state plates. They're told an emotional story about why this person needs money, and the scam victims are asked to help by giving money in exchange for what they are told is real gold jewelry.
The price of gold may play a role in that. It may not play a role in that. It could just simply be that because the success that they're having with people with a big heart here in the 4 states, they're preying on that. Be aware that this kind of thing is going on.
While these sorts of scammers can often be hard to track, the Pittsburgh Police Department encourages anyone who has experienced this to speak with them.
Tell them you engage in a financial transaction and you think somebody's trying to take advantage of the situation. They're trying to sell fraudulent property. And again, it may not be a crime, but at the very least we'll have officers respond and potentially identify who the actors involved and get some additional information on what's going on.
Reporting in Pittsburgh, Samantha Walker, KOAM News.
Pittsburgh Police Department recommends buying high-value items such as gold from reputable sources only that you trust in order to avoid potential scams. A search warrant issued in Carl Junction results in what police are calling a substantial drug bust. Authorities served the warrant to a home on Roney Street. The search warrant resulted in the seizure of a large amount of fentanyl and methamphetamines, they say. Detectives arrested 2 women and 1 man from that location. All 3 were arrested on multiple warrants. A little bit later, Sports Director John Dales takes us to Riverton for a preview of the upcoming high school football season.
Plus, it looks like 90s returning over the next few days. We're going to look at that coming out. Well, another fantastic day for us today. All week long, we've had highs into the 80s. Fantastic. Of course, our average high, 90 to about 91 degrees. So anything below 90 in August, we'll definitely take. Great shot. This is our Cornell Arts and Entertainment Complex tower cam. So it's sitting 7th and Joplin Street, looking off toward the north and to the east. You can see a little bit of a light breeze, but overall, it is looking pretty good. Let's go through the evening hours. Drop through the 70s, 60s. Overnight lows once again into lower 60s, so very comfortable for us tonight. We are actually sitting still lower 80s across the board, but again, the humidity is low. Really no big complaints. In fact, check out our dew points. This measures how much humidity is out there. So when you get dew points into the 50s to near 60, it makes it feel very pleasant to not bad. You just don't want to be up in that 70, 75 degree range. Now our humidity will start to creep back up as we go into the weekend. 82 right now, southerly winds, 5 to about 10. It's Thursday. The drought tracker comes out, the new drought tracker, and we've dried up a little bit. So everybody's dry. And then from Girard, Pittsburgh, Joplin, Neosho, down toward Anderson, we are in a moderate drought. So we do need to get some rain, and we do have some rain chances as we head into the weekend. Now, until then, we're going to stay dry. Just some clouds kind of passing through. Not a whole bunch going on across the Central Plains. Still tracking this big upper level high right across parts of Texas. And then around it, if you follow the arrows, we get some weak little waves, and that gives us some pop-up showers and thunderstorms. So let's take a look at it. 2 main things that we want to focus on as we go through the next few days. 1, it gets hotter. 2, we are going to have some scattered showers and thunderstorms. Still tonight, great. Lower 60s, dying showers out to our west. Now, these clouds are a little bit thicker tomorrow, may keep our temps down just a hair. Mid-80s by noon. I think most of us near 90 for an afternoon high. Let's go into Friday night. Not quite as cool. Temperatures drop back lower 70s. Watch thunderstorms pop up southwest Missouri, northwest Arkansas. Not a lot on the Kansas and Oklahoma side. We'll see if these shift a little bit farther toward the west. But scattered thunderstorms through Saturday morning into Saturday afternoon. But most of us by the afternoon, hot and dry, high temps, lower 90s. Saturday night, chance for scattered thunderstorms. Once again, into Sunday morning. By Sunday afternoon, we break out, see partly sunny skies. Rainfall kind of all over the place. We got to see where those heavier bands set up. It looks like the heaviest will stay out across central parts of Missouri, but still, 1/10 of an inch, 2/10 of an inch is very possible. Heat indices start to go back up, so low to mid 90s for us tomorrow. But once we get into the weekend, heat index is going to be pressing 95 to about 100 degrees, so keep that in the back of your mind. 64 to start, 85 by noon, high temp at 92. That's if we can get enough sun. If the clouds stick a little bit, could be 89 or 90, but hotter than what we've seen all week long. 93 Saturday, morning storms again Sunday, even into Monday, mid 90s. Now this isn't extreme heat, but the humidity will return, so it's going to feel uncomfortable over the next week.
Yeah, that happens in August.
It does. And it's our last week of August.
That's true.
Yeah.
And a cool down is coming
There
eventually.
you go.
Thanks, Doug. The Lamar Free Fair is in full swing this week. KOAM's Anthony Saviello is in downtown Lamar to fill us in on all the events this week has to offer.
Now it is a beautiful day out here at the Lamar Free Fair. As you can see, we're kind of towering above everything, which is nice because we got a nice cool breeze coming around and hitting us. Beautiful temperatures, a beautiful time out here at the Lamar Free Fair. As you can see, carnival rides already started up here with my photog Ty. Hopefully he doesn't drop the camera while we're up here. But that wasn't the only thing that happened today. Livestock shows kind of kicked off today's event at the Free Fair. Started off with pig showing today. The pigs kind of ruled the morning, and then goats this afternoon. But we talked to some of the exhibitors this morning, and they just kind of told us how important the Lamar Free Fair is to them.
I have to work with my pig at least 30 minutes every time I go out there with it. And I've had him since like January.
And Dal, I might add, it probably is a bad time to say that I'm a little afraid of heights right now, but that's okay. We're still out here enjoying ourselves. So if you haven't had the chance to make your way out to Lamar Free Fair, do so today, tomorrow, and Saturday. Saturday's events are sure to be good. They'll end the events with a concert by country artists Clay Walker and Tate Stevens. It's been hyped up all year, so it's sure to be a good time. Dal, we're coming back to you.
Yeah, you're coming back down literally to me as I see you and Ty have fun up there. Be careful, don't look down. Still ahead, the Chiefs take on the Bears in their preseason finale, and the Riverton High School football team prepares for its 2024 season. John Dales has those stories and more coming up next.
High school football season continues to get closer and closer. Missouri teams play their jamborees tomorrow night. Schools are approaching the end of their first week of practice in Kansas, which is where our 2024 season previews take us today. Riverton High School football closes in on the end of its first week of practice. The Rams advanced to the second round of the 2A playoffs a year ago before getting knocked out by Humboldt. Riverton graduated 12 seniors from that team, so this year's Rams will be younger, but their strength is the offensive line.
You know, those guys, when I took over 3 years ago, they were sophomores and they all played. We kind of threw them to the wolves, and they've had to spend that time of learning by error a little bit more than learning by success. Last year they were very successful. We graduated one senior last year, so our offensive line and our defensive lines are going to be real high with our senior class, and we're expecting them to lead us on both sides of the ball. The familiarity with what we're ready to do, we feel like we're able to start a little farther than we have been in the past.
Our O-line is looking really good. We got 4 seniors on the line and 1 junior, and Our schools players are young, but they're stepping up this year.
To the NFL, the 2024 preseason comes to a close over the next few days. The Chiefs host the Bears for their preseason finale at Arrowhead this evening, a game where both teams have already stated they won't play their starters. Kickoff in Kansas City, just under an hour away. It's scheduled for 7:20. Despite starters not playing, this is a great opportunity to see several players fight for a roster spot. That deadline for teams to cut down from 90 players to 53 is this Tuesday, the 27th. Then the Chiefs begin the 2024 season 2 weeks from tonight on September 5th. Over to Major League Baseball, the Cardinals had lost 7 of their last 8 games before last night. When they entered the 9th inning, trailing by 2, they forced extra innings, and then Nolan Arenado hit a walk-off grand slam in the 10th. The rubber match between the Cardinals and Brewers today, Miles Mikolas dealing. First, he punches out Garrett Mitchell, looking. Then in the second, Gary Sanchez goes down swinging. Mikolas had 6 scoreless innings with 3 strikeouts. In the fourth, still no score. Lars Nootbaar hits a deep fly ball, but Garrett Mitchell leaps up and takes away a home run from Nootbaar. Look at that, keeps it scoreless. We stay scoreless into the 7th, bases loaded for the Cardinals, and the first run of the game comes in on a bases loaded walk from Wilson Contreras. 2 batters later, there's Arenado. He hits one into left field. Alec Burleson scores. Cardinals get 3 runs in the 8th. They win it 3-0. Cards still have some ground to cover in terms of getting back into the playoff race, but winning a game on a walk-off grand slam, that's the type of game that can bring everybody together for the rest of the way.
Yeah, maybe fire them up and they do all right for this push into the postseason.
Yeah.
We'll see. We'll be right back. Here's a look at what's coming up on KOAM News at 9 on Fox 14. We're going to learn more about the history of the Phelps family and their role in the Carthage history as they host an estate sale. Plus, after a few years of tough harvests, we're going to see how some fruit farmers in southwest Missouri are handling this year's growing conditions and why so many Gen Zers are dumping dating apps. Those stories, a lot more. It's coming up tonight. KOAM News at 9 on Fox 14. Group of students got to trade in the classroom for the campgrounds today. 6th graders from the Arma School District took a field trip to 5 Mile Camp in Quapaw, Oklahoma. Look at all this fun. Kids got to ride horses, do craft projects, and saw even taking a zip line.
Yeah, it was like a big drop. It was a lot of G-forces, that's for sure.
We got scared. Like when you first jumped off,
Yeah.
it's scary, but face your fears.
Yeah.
It's the experience, getting to come here. Not everybody has horses that they can ride or get to go zip line every day or some of the things that they get to do. So just being able to hold on to those memories that they get to have, especially bringing it into a smaller group and doing it with their friends.
I think I want to go. Organizers say the field trip provided a cool way to kick off the school year. Yeah, I think so. Look at that great drone shot.
Maybe you can get like a senior citizen discount or something to go down that zip line.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Doug. Let's talk about the weather.
All right, heating up as we head into the weekend. 90s return, a few hit and miss storms.
Final sports notes.
I talked about high school and pro football. 1 week from tonight, Missouri Southern plays its first game of the year.
Looking forward to that. Here's one more live look from the Free Fair in Lamar, Missouri. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you right back here at 10. Let's make it a great evening.